Like sports vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Randy Moss has spoken. Number 84, the greatest wide receiver of all time, in my opinion. And I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care, because this is how I feel. The reason why I am a die-hard Minnesota Viking fan from PA is because of the GOAT at wide receivers. And he has spoken about J.J. McCarthy. And he has said, when we played back then, the first three guys we drafted played. He said, there's no if, and, or buts about it, Moss said, talking to K. Adams. He said, first 3 rounds back then, we played. He said, now, you're drafted in the first round and they're not even seeing the field. Talk that talk, Randy Moss. Talk that talk. And I agree with everything he's saying and then some, but I see both sides. But Randy Moss is right, man. If he's that guy and he's ready, I say start J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? Because I look at it like this, man. As much as I want to see Sam Darnold ball out because he is on the Minnesota Vikings, I really want to see that boy J.J. McCarthy, because I can't wait to see J.J. to J.J. all day. And best believe I'm going live for every single game this upcoming season. So hit that subscribe button and that like button. It's definitely going down. Join the YouTube family. Skol to the bowl. But yeah, man, like, I agree. Because I don't want to say, like, the only position I would say that could possibly wait, and we are talking about J.J. McCarthy, is quarterback. Because, you know, if you're not ready when it comes to just a little stuff, because a little stuff adds up. Dropping back, your footwork, and you have to work on the playbook. Maybe you're not grasping the playbook as well as you should. Maybe you need some more time. But any other position, running back, of course, wide receiver, of course, tight end, linemen, linebackers, defensive tackles, defensive ends, every other position that you can name. Kicker. Kicker better be, the kicker better, he better play. He better play right the first game. If he's that guy, he better play. If he's a starting kicker, he better play. If you get drafted, you better play. You better. There ain't no excuses for the kicker. But, and this is no disrespect for the kicker, because as a Minnesota Viking fan, I know how important field goal kickers in general, they're very important, because we had a lot of broken hearts over the season. I know my heart was broken. I don't know about y'all, the people that, if you're watching me right now, how many times has your heart been broken? Missing a field goal? Man, the memory that hurts me the most, right? The memory that hurts me the most is that game against the Seahawks a few years ago. And we drove all the way down that dang on field. And then we missed the last second field goal to win the dang on game. That broke my heart. But let's get back to what Randy Moss was saying, y'all. I don't want to get sidetracked, because sometimes I just talk my talk and I just go in. You know what I mean? When I'm out in the wilderness and I'm talking about one of my favorite sport teams, I can't help myself. Sometimes I'll be all over the place. But I love what Randy Moss is saying. And like I said, Sam Darnold could be very good for the Minnesota Vikings, but he ain't the future. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the future. And I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 1,000. I'm keeping it 100. You know what I mean? What if he mess around and be the future, though? Like, it's so many different scenarios this could play out. It can play it out really good, and it can play it out really good for J.J. McCarthy. He gets some... What if, like, Sam Darnold doesn't do good for the first 5 games? He's just staking up the joint, and then he gets thrown in the game, because he can't get any worse. You know what I mean? If he's losing and he's throwing interceptions left and right, and then J.J. McCarthy gets the opportunity and he does his thing and he shines. And I hope it works out. I just hope it works out. Because then what if the other side that I'm thinking is Sam Darnold just balls out, man? He balls out, like really balling out, and we mess around and get to the playoffs. What are we going to do as Viking fans if that? I don't want to think about it, because then we're going to be like, yo, we don't want to, J.J. McCarthy will have to sit a couple more years. But his value will go up. If you truly believe in J.J. McCarthy, you can trade Sam Darnold for at least a first-round pick. So, I don't know, man. There's so many different scenarios, man, this could play it out. But I agree with Randy Moss, man. Randy Moss, that old school mentality is like the mentality that we need to get back to, man. Antoine Winfield, one of the best safeties back then. You know what I'm saying? How the game was played on defense. You just need to get back to that, man. We babying these players way too much. I understand the quarterback position. You got to slow it down a little bit with Dumb, but then again, man, it's like, man, you drafted in the first round for a reason, man. That's a big investment, man. And I know there's a lot of proof of quarterbacks, you know what I mean, sitting behind a quarterback for a year, and then they finally get the opportunity and they plan out to be great. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? Jordan Love, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to name Packers all like that because I can't stand the dang on Packers. By the way, when we see the Packers this season, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. That's how I feel. That's how I'm coming right now. We're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. We're going to beat the brakes off of the Lions. We're going to beat the brakes off of the Bears. We're going to beat the brakes off of whoever team we go against this season. Especially everybody in our division. We're going to destroy them. That's how I feel. Let's go Vikings. Let's go to the bowl. Do you agree with Randy Moss or not? I do. I'm out. Peace.